Teleportation. The essence of revelation. Introduction. Friends, today I'd like to speak about a mystery that runs through all religion. Humanity often thinks of time as a straight line, moving slowly from past to present to future. But the prophets of God do not experience time this way. In their moments of revelation, they are lifted above the stream of history. They step outside of time, they see the unfolding of centuries, and they bring back to us glimpses of the milestones that lie ahead. This is the essence of prophecy. Not fortune-telling, not guesswork, but a spiritual teleportation. A prophet travels forward, beholds the future with God-given vision, and returns to describe what he has seen. This is why the final book of the New Testament is called the Apocalypse, from the Greek word apokalypsis, which does not mean catastrophe, but unveiling. The book of Revelation is nothing more nor less than John's description of what he experienced in his own spiritual teleportation. He stood in the Spirit, as he says, and he saw beyond his own age. He witnessed wars, persecutions, and triumphs. He saw a new heaven and a new earth. He saw the Lamb upon the throne. He saw the very events that later prophets and imams would also describe. Thus, when we use the title, Teleportation, the essence of revelation, we are not being fanciful. We are simply naming what the prophets themselves tell us, that the future happenings were revealed to them through a spiritual journey beyond time. Daniel. Numbers that point to the future. The prophet Daniel is one of the clearest examples. Living in exile, he was given visions of 70 weeks, 490 years, leading to the Anointed One, the Messiah. He saw 2 men clothed in linen on the riverbank, one of whom swore that after a time, times, and half a time, all would be fulfilled. He heard the number 2,300 evenings and mornings, Daniel 8:14, interpreted as years, pointing far into the future. Later commentators, Jewish, Christian, and Muslim, recognized these as symbols that stretched across millennia. Indeed, many of these numbers converge on the 19th century, 1844 CE, the very year the Bab declared his mission.
Take us to the prisoner, let us gaze into his eyes, to see what kind of man it takes a nation to despise. Take us to the prisoner, let us look upon his face, to see why 20,000 men would gladly take his place. Won't someone give a drink to him? Remove the chains and let him live. Let him live. Take us to the prisoner, let us listen to his voice, to see why worlds of wisdom's in a cell without a choice. Take us to the prisoner, torn and bent beneath the chains. We wonder if the world is really worthy of his name. Won't someone give a drink to him? Remove the chains and let him live. Let him live. We know where we're going, for we've heard the new winds blowing, and we've got to know for ourselves. It won't help to listen to someone else. priests have lied and kings have died, filled with their own disgrace. Won't someone give a drink to him? Remove the chains and let him live. Let him live. Let him live. Let him live.
Isaiah foresaw the same. Unto us a child is born. His name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9-6. He envisioned a day when the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Isaiah 11:6. A symbol of peace among nations. He described a government of peace without end, resting upon the shoulders of a Davidic king. All of this finds fulfillment in the universal principles of Baha'u'llah: oneness of humankind, harmony of science and religion, equality of men and women, and the abolition of prejudice. Jesus and the Apocalypse of John. Jesus shifted the focus from ritual law to the inward spirit. He spoke of being born again, of entering the kingdom of God as an inner reality. Yet he also promised that the kingdom would come on earth as it is in heaven. Isaiah foresaw the same. Unto us a child is born. His name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9:6. He envisioned a day when the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Isaiah 11:6. A symbol of peace among nations. He described a government of peace without end, resting upon the shoulders of a Davidic king. All of this finds fulfillment in the universal principles of Baha'u'llah: oneness of humankind, harmony of science and religion, equality of men and women, and the abolition of prejudice. Jesus and the Apocalypse of John. Jesus shifted the focus from ritual law to the inward spirit. He spoke of being born again, of entering the kingdom of God as an inner reality. Yet he also promised that the kingdom would come on earth as it is in heaven. The book of Revelation, written by John on Patmos, is a testimony of his spiritual teleportation. He describes beasts, horns, seals, trumpets, symbols of empires and epochs. He measures time in 42 months and 1,260 days, again interpreted as years, converging on 1260 AH, 1844 CE. John saw a new Jerusalem coming down from heaven, a symbol of a new divine law, a new covenant with mankind. Muhammad, the sublime signs. The Quran itself contains veiled prophecies of the future. 5 in particular stand out: the recurring 7. We have given you the 7 oft repeated and the mighty Quran. Quran 1587. The 7 oft repeated contain a mystical layer, revealed in the teachings of the Imams. These correspond to 2 sacred 7-lettered names: Al-Muhammad, Allah Muhammad, the name of the Bab Hussein Hussein Allah, the name of Baha'u'llah. Thus, within the Quran, the twin manifestations of the last age were concealed in the mystery of the 7 repeated. The number 19. Over it are 19. Quran 74:30. The number 19, later revealed by the Bab as the structure of his community, himself and 18 letters of the living, is described in the Quran as guardians of hell. Yet the Bab unveiled that they are also guardians of heaven. The year 69, after Hun, the mysterious letters Ha, Hamor 8, Ya, on 10, and Nun, on 150, add up to 68. The Quran says, after Han, that is, after 68 comes 69. This alludes to the year 1269 AH, 1853 CE, when Baha'u'llah declared his mission to his companions in the Black Pit of Tehran. The disjointed letters, the huruf al-muqatta'at, alif lam mim, alif lam ra, and so on, have long been a mystery. Imam Baqir explained, O Abalabad, in the disjointed letters of the Quran there is a vast knowledge, God, exalted be He, revealed Alif Lam Mum. That was the book through which Muhammad arose until his light appeared, his word was established, and he was born when 113 years had passed of the 7th millennium. If you count the disjointed letters without repetition, each set points to a time when one from Bana Hashim will arise at its conclusion. The Aleph is 1, the Lam is 30, the Mem is 40, and the Sad is 90. Together that makes 161. Then appeared the uprising of Hussein, son of Allah, Aleph Lam Mum Allah. When its term ended, one of the sons of Al-Abbas arose at Aleph Lam Mum Sad, and our Qaim will arise at the conclusion of Aleph Lam Mum Ra. Understand this, count it, and conceal it. Tafsir al-Safa, Volume 1, page 91. Bihar al-Anwar, Volume 52, page 107. This points to 1267 years from the rise of Muhammad in Mecca to the rise of the Qaim. Counting the public opposition starting 7 years before, the Hijra brings us precisely to 1260 AH, the year of the Bab's declaration. The secret of Ha-Mem Ain Sin Qaf. At the opening of Surah Al-Shura, God reveals Ha-Mem and 1, Ain Sin Qaf, Quran 42 1-2. Here the letters form a hidden prophecy. Qaf, Q, Qaim Sin S, year 60. Together, in the year 60 the Qaim will appear. The remaining letters, Ain, A, N, Mem, M, and Ha, A, spell Allah Muhammad, the very name of the Bab, Allah and the Imams. The Imams, inheritors of the Prophet's inner knowledge, gave still further detail. Allah said, I am 2 years younger than my Lord. Fulfilled in the Bab, born 2 years after Baha'u'llah. He described the Qaim as a youth of radiant countenance, with the very name Al-Muhammad. Traditions affirm that Jesus will return as a follower of the Qaim, and after the martyrdom of the Qaim, he will usher the long transport of his remains. The Bab and Baha'u'llah. In 1844, 1260 AH, the Bab declared his mission in Shiraz. Surrounded by his 18 disciples, the letters of the living, he formed the sacred 19, the very mystery hidden in the Quran. He,